Hello, this is WikiSlink back with some more chess.com. And um, I guess for those of you wondering, um, you'll be seeing two games posted today because I was so disheartened by the result of my last game that I didn't post it right away. And then my life got busy and I never got a chance to post it during the week. So I went ahead and posted it right before I jumped into this game. And needless to say, I had an advantage position in the end game, and my opponent hung a queen fork, a knight fork on his queen and king, and I missed it, and I just hung a rook because I was focusing too much on some advanced pawns that he was trying to move down to queen. So, um, yeah, that was it's you know I've just not been having a lot of good results. So, I'm thinking like I'm pretty good at this game, in general, but I mean, three of my last four games I've been outplayed by my opponent. So, or I've lost, and one was the dude just played a bunch of random moves and then abandoned the game after 6 turns, and I can't even count that as a win, I mean, it's like, um, all right, let's, okay. Hmm. Theory tells me that I should play C4. Um, and, but that's going to allow him to pin me and then bring the other knight in. But that's actually okay. I'm actually okay with that. Um, because he's going to waste a lot of moves attacking my position and I'll be able to defend it. So, right. We have this one. And if he brings his knight in, um, I'll bring my rook over to cover. Or I could just put the question to his bishop now. But I'm gonna make him move. All right. Okay. I mean, because I want my rook here anyway. So okay, I think I'm good to go. Um, I'm going to eventually castle and put the question to him. All right. Well, that's easy enough. No thought required. Um, well, that's easy. Castle. I mean, his bishop's trapped in the middle of nowhere, and I have everything. Everything is pointed uh, at the king side. So um, that's fine. All right. All right. Okay. Well, that's in for a penny, in for a pound, right? All right. Should I just blast this open? Um, yeah, I think I can. I think everything's covered. Let's let's blast it open. Yeah, I was thinking if the knight to b4, um, I could put my queen on b1. It does allow him to get rid of his bishop, but um, it does allow me to get my queen in the middle of the board and swing it over to the king side with my knight and bishop. So, all right. Sure. Okay. Any abandon. All right. Now I feel like I actually won that game because that was like, he was making passive moves and I was able to actually attack him. So, even though that game was abandoned on move 16, I feel that, he had some play. He could have like moved his knight somewhere, attacked my queen, and traded down a little bit. But, I definitely had the better position. Um, oh, look at this. Good, excellent, best. You know, nice. All right. All right, Hikaru, what do you have to say?
Oh, that's how it's done. You saw your chance and capitalized.
All right. Well, there you go. 90.2. It's a far cry from like, what was it? Like the 50 of my last 2 games ago. It was like 50 or whatever. So, all right. All right. Six best. All right. All right. Yeah, three books, six best, three excellent, four good, one inaccuracy, no mistakes, no misses, no blunders. That's about as good as it gets. Okay. Game rating 2100. It's like, no, I think that was more of that you gave me a bunch of opportunities that I took. So, um, start
Queen's
reviewing.
pawn solid and classic, controlling the center and ready to develop. I love it. Your opponent's playing it safe, huh? Solid defense first, maybe d5 later. Okay. Developing the bishop and solidifying the center. Good stuff. Your opponent's grabbing space in the center, limiting your options. Developing the knight and fighting for the center. They brought their knight out. Now they have some center control. All right.
All right.
Striking at the center. Good
Yeah.
stuff to increase piece activity.
It's interesting that the eval bar dropped slightly. Wonder what was best.
They brought their knight out. Now they have some center control. Striking at the center. Good stuff to increase piece activity.
Hmm, what's best?
Preparing to develop that bishop. Good plan.
Okay. I may have been a little premature on C4, but I wanted to be a little provocative. All right. Yeah.
They brought their knight out. Now they have some center control. All right.
All right.
Striking at the center. Good stuff to increase piece activity.
Okay. Um, yeah, I like this graph. It's like keeps going up. It's nice.
Your opponent could castle kingside, securing their king. You block that check from the bishop. Got to keep that king safe. Your opponent castles kingside, huh? Looks like they're playing solid defense. That pawn is safe now. Your opponent's moving the same piece twice. It's not a good strategy. Not good. Their better move was to strike at the center with a pawn.
yeah, I could see that.
Adding protection to your knight. Good move.
Yeah, that's kind of forced.
Your opponent's knight supports the center. Pretty standard stuff, right? Getting ready to castle kingside. Solid. Now you have to isolate a pawn. You recaptured the knight. Good job.
It's interesting that, even though I isolated the pawn, um, the eval bar has me plus one half right now. So, I think letting him burn his tempos, because that knight moved 3 times to capture a knight that had moved one time. And he let me put a pawn here that supports this. Was it right click where you Yeah, supports this pawn. Hey, nice. Um, anyway, um, next.
Okay, they retreat to safety, but that piece is looking super passive now. Their better move was to win a tempo by threatening a rook.
Yeah, I was thinking that I could if he did that rook, I didn't say this during the game, I'd put it on the B file, on the open file, and if he threatened my what was it that I was thinking? If he threatened my pawn once again somehow, that I could protect it with the queen to c2. All right, let's.
Castling on
Yeah.
the same side as your opponent. Good strategy.
All right. Yeah.
It's a simple trade by your opponent. They exchanged recapturing the pawn. Got to do it.
All right. And see, now I'm up almost two. So,
They found a top move in this position.
oh, because he didn't want me to bring my bishop up here, I guess. But, I wasn't going to do that. But, oh, maybe because he's planning on forcing my bishop out of there. So,
Connected rooks. They can work together now. Good stuff.
yep. And then,
Your opponent kicked your bishop with a pawn. Oh, getting out of trouble. Okay, good move.
all right.
They're letting you win a pawn? Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I mean, that was pretty good. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Don't step on my blue suede shoes.
Free pawn. Nice. That was the only move for your opponent. Only one. That pin restricts the mobility of the knight.
Oh,
Good stuff.
best. So, yeah. Pinning that knight, when you have the advantage, it's nice to trade down. So, um, this tactics right before you abandon the game, it'd be interesting to see because I think letting his knight potentially come into b4 in a couple moves was probably bad, but
They defended their hanging knight. Okay.
okay.
You allowed the opponent to attack the bishop with a pawn.
Yeah, I thought about that. But I was just going to trade off the bishop and he would have this super weak pawn. Um, he'd have a super weak pawn on e6 here. And he would also allow my knight into here. So, um, all right. Okay. So yeah, I you know, wasn't worried about that, you know. Um,
Their best option was to attack the bishop with a pawn.
yeah,
You are threatening to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades.
right. I was he was uh yeah, kind of what we were looking at was um if he did something that did not attack my queen, like even taking a pawn, was it if he tried something like that, oops, uh I would just take his bishop and that'd be a losing trade for him. Um if he did something attacking my queen, then I would cover my bishop with my queen. And, if he did something like, what was it? There, uh, it's like, what is it? Yeah. If he did something like that, I would, just, maybe try that. And if he trades, I've got my queen in a good position. I've got three pieces here, and these pawns are kind of gumming him up. And um, if he did try something like this, then, after the trade, then my queen would come up here and take that. So, um, yeah, I can't do arrows for squat. So, it's like, yeah, go ahead and say dislike. It's like, you don't know how to do arrows. Like, yeah, I'm just learning. So it's like, okay, I'm not a chess commentator, I'm doing this channel for fun. And, I'll eventually figure out what I'm doing. That day is just not today. Okay, so I felt that even though my opponent abandoned the game early, I felt good about that win because it was like, you know, I think I came up with some strategies and executed my strategies and, put pressure, I love counterattacking, and having opponents waste tempo. And he fell into, you know, the, the three moves for one with his knight, you know, um, set him back. I mean, if you look at this ending position, he's got three pieces developed. I have five. So, and I have the only one with the center pawn. So, I mean, you know, there's not much more else to say. So, anyway, I feel better. I had a friend of mine from church, um, Minecraft buddy, who recommended Lee Chess, and I may look into that and start getting involved with that. Um, I don't know if I would have to like go back to like 900, start again at 900 and start working my way up. But he says like the things like the puzzles and the lessons and stuff are free over there. So that might be an option. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching to the end. If you do, please like or dislike. Um, subscribe. They always say it's like, like, subscribe. Turn on notifications, all this. And like, whatever. Um, but it would be nice if you did watch the video to the end, just leave a comment like, you suck as a commentator. It'd be fine. you know, it's just, or whatever, or even suggestions about, well, you should talk about this, or you should just not talk and just play, or whatever, whatever you want to say. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Anyways, this is Wicked Sun signing off.